What's up, beautiful people of the world? It is I, Christopher Rausch, the host of the Raw and Unscripted podcast, and coming to you with a message of love and unity and humanity. I live in the United States. I've lived in Southern California my entire life. And I'm not one to follow the news or politics. I once was. But what our president said this morning and tweeted about the country of Iran and his intention to potentially annihilate it is unforgivable, incomprehensible, and completely fucked up. And I'm making this message right now, just in the event something happens, to say, I love you. No matter what religion you are, no matter what sexual orientation you are, no matter what color you are, no matter what your childhood was, no matter anything. But I feel sorry for you if you still support Donald Trump. And I've never said that publicly. But it's time for us to stand up. It's time for us to unite. And for people in the world who look at the United States and think that we're represented by him, you're absolutely wrong. You know, when he was elected, I said, okay, let's give him a shot. He was elected by the people, for the people. I believe in the Constitution. I believe in love and humanity, and I believe in prosperity. I believe in equality. I believe in the opportunity that my 9-year-old son can grow up in a world that's pretty fucking awesome. That you and I, as adults, we leave this world a little bit better than we found it. Maybe a lot better. You know, climate change, AI, racism, all that stuff. We're all more the same than we are different. I've been all over the world, and I've had so many conversations with people, and I find that I love everyone. So I encourage you from this moment to look at your friends and look at your situations and decide that you are going to be a part of the solution rather than the part of the problem. And I'll tell you this, I like to be fat and happy. I'm not fat, but I try to be happy. And by the way, I've never worn this shirt really. My wife got it for me. But I think about my 9-year-old son sitting at school. I think about all the boys and girls who don't deserve this. Right? I can look the other way at other tweets, but that, and if our Congress isn't actively doing something right now, if this isn't a sign, but I encourage you, with each and every day, you wake up and you thank God for your breath. You look forward to the moments you get to create. My wife was just frantic and upset, and we're going to see Bruce Springsteen tonight at the LA Forum, the Kia Forum. And there was a part of me that was like, Jesus, you know, Bruce Springsteen right now is on this America tour, and I've never been to a Bruce Springsteen show, but I feel important. I feel a sense of pride to be in a room, in an auditorium with everybody who maybe doesn't think the same politically or anything else, but man, we're going to be in a room singing songs and really showing our support for how great this world can be. And I'm always Mr. Motivational and you know, raw and unscripted and everything else, but I'm also a person. And I think about the boys and girls who are at home with their fathers and their mothers and their families, and some of them aren't healthy. I was just telling my wife this morning that mental health has to be the number one priority in this world. I think it should be mandatory that everyone, like they talk about mandatory military service, every single person should have to get mental health therapy for 2 years to unfuck the shit that happens when we're kids. We spend our entire lives looking for confirmation that we're not worthy. Oh, there I am. I'm not being loved again. There I am. Failing again. There I am. Being a dumbass. You know, I help people change the way they talk to themselves. I help people shift their beliefs about their past, present, and their future. And I'm worried. You know, I've always had hope and belief. Once I got over being homeless with my mom and all those shit that I went through in my life, I've always had hope and belief. I have bracelets that say believe on them. I sell these. I sell these bracelets. I'm not hawking them, but it says believe. And it says unstoppable. And I realized yesterday at the gym, for the first time in my life, I don't have as much hope and faith. There's still a part of me that knows we have to go through hell to get to heaven. There's a part of me that knows we have to sometimes hit rock bottom. And I think this is rock bottom. When the president of the United States, the free country, the people that everybody flocks to and risks their life to come to, the president of the United States says they're going to annihilate an entire country. And I'm not an expert on Iran and Israel and Iraq and all those different things. I'm not. I didn't go to school. I dropped out in the 7th grade. But I watched an interview the other day, and it talked about the Israelis and the Shiites and the Muslims and all this stuff. I'm guessing that there's a lot of Israelis that may be bad and a lot of Iraqis that are bad and Americans. But there's, I bet you, like 80, 90% of everyone around the world, because I've met them, are really good people. My podcast, I've been doing my podcast for 7 years. The number 2 group, that's the largest group that listens to it, is from China. There's this whole thing about China. Chinese people are fucking smart people. I've never met an unintelligent Chinese person. I've never met a Chinese person that didn't have values and ethics and morals. And, let's be beautiful together. If you're watching this, thank you for watching it this far. I normally don't do 10-minute videos, but I'm about to record my podcast, and I just realized my hat's all fucking crooked. How funny. There we go. I was just being silly. So yeah, if you're with me, I would love a comment down below. And it's not for vanity or anything else, just to know that we're together, right? And if you voted for him, or if you used to like him, it's okay to change your mind. It's okay to tell your friends, you know what, I fucked up. I listened to Joe Rogan. Even Joe Rogan has been fucking backstepping. I think Joe Rogan needs to come out and say, I fucked up, and hey, ladies and gentlemen, here's what I learned from it. Right? Together, we can look at this opportunity and bounce higher than we've ever bounced before. We could take a look at our elected officials, especially here in the United States, the fucktards in Congress. They don't have a backbone. We can look at our elected officials in our school districts and our local communities and our congressmen and our senators, and take better care of who we vote for, who supports them, who's paying their bills. Who's paying their bills? The deep pockets. So I send this message with love and care and concern and compassion and fear and sadness. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get done with this. I'm going to record my podcast. And then I'm going to pick up my son. I'm going to go see his science exhibits at school. And then I'm going to go to the Kia Forum, and I'm going to enjoy being in a room with, 20,000 other people. Humanity. Love. So I send that to you. Thank you. And if my son ever watches this, I love you so much. Thank you.